everyone, Chocolo here for another video review. This is quite a special one actually. It's the McVitie's Hobnobs, the fully coated one in milk chocolate. Look at that, so very excited for this one. Yeah, I was looking for this for a long time, and who in the Discord chat I was trying to find it, but just couldn't find it. It's in the Asda basically was where I found it in the end. But there was a McVitie's one, it's McVitie's digestive one, equivalent. And I managed to get that, but this one wasn't there. I don't know if it's sold out or something or not, but anyway, they've got it now, and there's plenty of them, so very excited. Hobnobs are basically my favourite biscuit. They are so nice, chocolate hobnobs especially. I love them. Yeah, I love them. So I'm very excited for this one. So very excited. Yeah, got baking since 1839. It says on it as well. So what's the description on it? Anything? OT biscuits fully coated in milk chocolate. It says. There we go. You can see that. It focuses in. Yes. There we go. Look at that. Does it contain palm oil or anything like that? Happy to see where I'm on this side. Don't think it does. Oh, it does. Vegetable oil, palm. There we go. Yeah, so it does have palm oil in it. Yes, and the fully coated one, there's some description on the side here, so I'm going to read that out. It says the fully coated ones are our most luxuriously indulgent treats yet. ... We've taken a golden baked hobnob and made it even more tempting with a decadent head-to-toe coating of McVitie's milk chocolate. The perfect combination of delicious crunchy biscuit and lashings of melt-in-the-mouth milk chocolate. Fully delicious, fully coated. And it's got the queen symbol there. The Queen approves. There we go. So you notice only 6 biscuits, 149 grams, 6 biscuits, not many in there. Don't recycle in curbside collection, it says. So per biscuit, 25.3 grams, 127 calories, 6.4 grams of fat, 3.3 of which are saturates, and per 100 grams, 501 calories, 25.1 grams of fat, 13.2 of which are saturates. So it's just over the, I would say 400 to 500 calories is probably a sort of a normal amount, I think. So it's just over that 500 calories. So I think it's a bit. So you could say it's calorific, I guess. Well, I mean, I've only been really sort of paying attention to that for a short window of time. That's what I'm sort of gathering anyway. Is when it's basically 400 to 500 is a typical average of a sort of chocolatey snack per 100 grams calorie wise. Okay, so what else is going on? Let's see. Anything else? Anything else? Yes, let's make it say sesame seeds, egg, nuts. Not as much else to say about it. It's super vegetarian, it says. But yeah, it should. It looks very nice. I say. I think it looks very similar to the digestive one, though. It's only got obviously it says hobnobs over here, but that's really the only difference, and it's quite difficult to tell the difference actually when you're just looking in the shops. You might not even notice there's two different types at a glance, So yeah, because everything else is the same. This sort of colour and everything, and even the biscuits look pretty much the same. It's literally just that bit there, and you might miss it. It's quite orange, of course, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, we should give them an open. Let's do it. Give them an open. Excited for this one. Right, go on. It's got these McVitie's Hobnobs, a fully coated one in milk chocolate. Give them an open then. So you can clearly see there's lots of, there's a lot of shenanigans going on. There's lots of, there's a tray base, isn't there? It's one of those where you're basically not going to get. Well, it's more like the presentation, let's put it that way. Let's see, because you only got 6 biscuits, you know what I mean? And, well, I don't know. I guess there are, obviously it's quite slim, it's not quite tall, but obviously in a pack of biscuits this long, you would fit a lot more than 6. So, but they do come in a nice tray. It looks relatively nice. But, if you kind of scoop them up, put them together, you can clearly see, you could fit more than double than that in, if not more. I've only just not really put them too uniform there, but there we go. Okay, so let's say give one a measure then. So before I forget, so very nicely coated. There has to be said. So it's about width, diameter about 6.5, the height. So let's have a look. Height is about 1.4, 1.35, 1.4. Let's say about 6.5 in diameter. There we go, yeah. So let's have a look. So it looks, very nice. Yeah, as I say, I don't think there's much point going into too much detail about the fact that this is clearly just, I do often really lay into things about space, but I think this one, I think it's not making much pretense about it, to be honest with you. But even so, yeah, it is pretty ridiculous that there's only 6 of these in here. When you get a normal pack of Hobnobs, players about 15 or something, if not more. There we go, let's give it a bit of a snap. Snaps quite well, so you can see lovely hobnob centre there. Yeah, very nice and oaty. Looks very lovely, doesn't it? I have to say, it does. Yeah, if it focuses in, even better. I don't know what it's focused in on, but not the biscuit. There we go. Finally got it to focus. There we go. See lots of OT pieces there. Some bits and pieces, very nice. Yeah, good thick layer of chocolate. I think it's a relatively thick anyway. You know, you could argue what's the difference between this and obviously just a normal chocolate hobnob, but of course it is coated all the way around, and it's a relatively thick coating. But it is a valid point. Especially when it probably costs a lot cheaper. So yeah. All right. Well, I think we should give them a taste. Let's do it. Let's give them a taste. Look very nice, but as you say, I think these ones pretty much as expected, but a good coating. But I need to taste them. Let's do it. Let's go see these McVitie's Hobnobs, the fully coated one. Or the fully coated ones, I guess, in milk chocolate to taste. Yeah. So okay. Let's put that somewhere. Right. So. Yes, got one I snapped in half earlier. Right, let's give it a taste, I think. Excited about this one, as I say. Hobnob's favourite kind of biscuit. I'm very much looking forward to it. So, yeah, we should give them a go. Definitely lovely hobnobby biscuit, definitely. It's very soft and it's quite, you know, noticeably softer than I think you'd expect for some reason. I don't know why that is. Yes, very nice. I'd say it's better than regular chocolate hobnob though. Now I do have a handy cup of coffee here. A bit of dunkage. That's there we go. I mean, there's not many biscuits that don't taste better when dunked. I think I discovered the the Biscoff cream ones weren't that great when dunked, but these ones are very nice. Yeah, they're lovely. A lovely biscuit, very indulgent. I mean, very over the top, I think you'd say. I mean, I think that's the case with the digestive equivalents as well. Very over the top. I mean, a very sort of. There's quite a lot going on here. I mean, they are you know, a big biscuit. I mean, you can see it's quite thick with all the sort of the chocolates added onto it. It does make it a big biscuit, and it's very obvious that as a result of that's kind of what's going on here. It's just a very sort of big over the top biscuit, and there's only 6 of them in a pack. It's just kind of a very much a indulgence, really. It's almost like one you'd probably get in a sort of like a biscuit selection, if you know what I mean. It is really nice. I mean, I must say, it's that much better than a regular chocolate hobnob. It's hard to say, really. I think there seems to be, I don't know if it's a bigger biscuit than normal, but it seems to be quite a big lot of hobnob there. So I do kind of feel like you are still getting, the ratios are still roughly the same. If it focuses in there, there we go. You know, so I don't know. It's hard to say, really. I do like it a lot, though. Yeah. Dropping bits all over the place. Yeah, it is really nice. So it is lovely. Lovely when dunked. Lovely to eat. And yeah, I'm just struggling whether it really tastes that much different than a. I mean, a digestive one did taste a bit more exciting than this one. As far as being different than the regular chocolate digestives. I think that was mainly because the digestives don't tend to have as much chocolate as you'd like on them, really. And the biscuit's not as strong. Whereas this one, the biscuit's quite strong. It's a nice flavour, you know, it's a nice biscuit. I like the texture. So you're not really benefiting from having more chocolate as much because the actual chocolate hobnob is a pretty much perfect biscuit as it is. So, I think that's the problem with it, really. It's not quite as it's not quite a step up as much as the regular digestive fully coated one is. I think this one, or the digestive, not the regular, but the digestive one. This one is just, yeah, it's just sort of the chocolate hobnob was kind of perfect as it was, really. And I think this one seems to be a bigger biscuit in it. I don't know, it feels like it's a bigger actual biscuit. There's more hobnob in there than a regular hobnob. I don't know if that's the case or not, but it certainly feels bigger. So which means it's kind of feels like it's got more actual hobnob side of it, the OT sort of biscuit, which means there's not as much chocolate difference. The ratios are not quite as extreme, so it makes it kind of not quite much different than the normal one. Nonetheless, it is really nice. I think it's a lovely biscuit. Lovely. Though it's definitely not worse than the regular Hobnobs, but I think it's hard to give it as high a rating as I probably would those, because I think it's just you get 6 of them in the pack to start with, and it's, I don't know, it is really nice though. It's a difficult one, this one. I mean, what do you do? Because I just feel like it's not quite as exciting as you'd expect it to be, based on what it is. And of course, you could argue there maybe, well, it's a bit of a Emperor's New Clothes thing. It's just what's the difference between that and the regular Hobnob? And you could have a point there, and I think that's what I'm trying to get at. Really, I think there might be not much here, other than the gimmick, really. And that could have been the case with the digestive one, but I feel like the digestive one, as I say, just needs more chocolate on that chocolate digestive. I think it's lacking the chocolate, whereas, as I say, the Hobnob, I think because the biscuit's quite strong, I think it's a perfect biscuit as it is. I don't think it needs more chocolate, and I think in this one, it feels like you're getting more Hobnob anyway, which means that, as I say, the ratios between what you're getting chocolate-wise and the Hobnob doesn't feel quite as different as it probably should do. Chocolate's not as thick, I think. Whereas I'm quite sure it was a bit thicker in the digestive one. Could have been lucky, of course. So yes, I think for this one, well, I think it's really nice. I just think it's just not as good as it's not as warranted or as necessary or as different as you'd hope. I mean, it could have been a misguided hope by the fact that you just, I don't know, you know what I mean. But I just think the Hobnob is a great biscuit as it is, and it's not really. This isn't really improving it. It's just a sideward step, really. So can I give it the full marks I probably would give a Hobnob, chocolate Hobnob? Well, you get 6 in a pack. You could just buy a whole pack of regular Hobnobs, chocolate Hobnobs, I think, and you get double the amount and probably double the satisfaction, really. So I think I'm going to mark it down for that, really. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, I think. Just it's not quite as good as something that you can get for the same price, if not cheaper, and you get double the amount. It's just not quite as good, basically. So it's a bit disappointing. But disappointing is probably too harsh a term. It's not as good as the sum of its parts, basically. That's the gist of it, and that's the problem with this one. So 4 out of 5, but still gorgeous. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that review. Let me know what you think of these fully coated ones, if you've tried them and what you think of them. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe. Yes, follow me on Instagram as well. Check out the member program. Always great if you can support me that way. But either way, leave a comment or free. Always great to hear from you, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye for now. See ya.